Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den Podcast. Today we have Koffe Black. The first time we met was at the D Performance Theater in Gary, Indiana. And after my show, I might or might not have went to a strip club. Anyways, we talk about strip clubs, comedy, groupies. There's a new game called Tripoli. I started playing board and card games. We talk high stakes Uno. He actually ran a bit on us, a Monopoly bit, which is not a lot in the podcast, but we didn't know what was going on. Anyway, we talk about dating black men, candy corn, restraining orders, cell phone addiction. Also, there's the Chicago Reader right now. If you go to the Chicago Reader, I'll put the link up. Go to City Life. Go nominate the Lobo Den Podcast for Best Chicago Podcast, please. I'll put up the information. If you need a clip or anything, go to James Webb. I think he's kind of busy for podcasts, but he's my producer, great guy. Hit up James Webb. Support the Patreon. I pay James. I pay guest. I pay hosting. There's a lot going into this. You know, you guys get free content. So go to Patreon, $3 a month, lowest tier. Get out more content for you guys. Early release right now with the Bipolar Brian Johnson is out. Anyway, subscribe, add me on YouTube, give me a review. If you're local, there's a comedy show on the 18th of December. Go to Rob Salazar's page or go to my Facebook. I think I should have it up there, but a bunch of guests that I've had on there, local guests. I couldn't make it out to the show this one. I got an event, but check it out. Okay, Lobo Den. Okay. Welcome to the Lobo Den Podcast. I'm your host, Javon Diaz. I'm laughing because it's the second time starting it with my not retarded producer, James Webb, from the People of Comedy Studio or Pop Productions. What's up, James?
Hi.
How you doing? And in front of me is Koffe Black. You go by Koffe Black, or do you do the Darren, or no?
No, I don't even do the Darren.
Man, just coffee?
Just coffee, man. Like, I didn't like my family and shit.
Why?
My mom will be like, yeah, she'll call me that.
She'll call you what, Darren?
She'll call me Darren. Like, it's Darren, and like, my last name's Cujo, but like when I grew up,
they called you Cujo.
Like they called me Cujo, yeah, like the dog. So like that was my nickname for like years. Like that's what I went by. That's why like people was termed day ones or whatever and all that. That's what they were
day ones.
Wait,
oh, your day ones.
You know, your day one. I'm trying to be hip.
Yeah, your OGs or whatever.
I'm trying to be hip.
They were there from the beginning.
Yeah, they were there from the beginning. Yeah. So then when they heard my stage name, and then it's a portion of people. That's what they know me at. Mm-hmm. So then it went from like, all right, well then, you know, in my head it was like, all right, I got to get my name out here. So I just, everywhere I introduce myself with coffee. I'll make reservations under Koffe Black.
Okay.
Like I'll be downtown at some
That's good marketing.
Yeah, like some swing. Like, yeah, this is that's what I go by everywhere. It's coffee. So then it's funny when like those worlds merge. And be like, hey, Koffe, and then like, so then I got a portion of the room. They're like, who the fuck? Why are you answering it? It's like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot you were a comic.
So they call you Koffe.
Yeah.
And your mom calls you Darren?
Yeah, she calls me Darren.
Look, I just thought about it. I saw this today. I didn't get into an argument on Facebook, but you know Will Smith, right? We all know him and used to respect and love him, right? But it's fucked up, man. It's like I like Will Smith. But this is what happened, right? She shared this post, this girl on my Facebook about Will Smith, because Jada congratulated him on his book or something, and she put Will Smith, right? And people were giving her shit for it, and then this girl commented, and she's like, "What's the big deal?" She's using his name, and it's like, and I commented like, think about it. Instead of saying, "Hey, my husband, his new book, I love whatever," she put Will Smith. Like
she name dropped the hood.
Yeah, can you pull up a tweet? Jada Smith book Will Smith. I don't know how I would look it up.
Boy.
Like, look, if I told her, like, if my girl calls me by my name, Javon Diaz, like, it's not a term of endearment. It means she's pissed off at me or something, right? Like,
but it's in a formal setting though.
What do you
like? She's helping promote.
She can't say my husband. Okay, here it is. Here's the tweet.
She can't say.
Here it is.
She might be doing this.
Congratulations, Will Smith. Here's to another one.
She might be doing this for SEO purposes, though.
Yeah, I think that's book promotion. If she says my husband,
thank you, babe.
And here's the thing, she's now been connected to a few gentlemen. So if she says, congratulations, babe, we really don't know who she's talking about, even though we see a picture of Will Smith clearly on the book, and the book says Will. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's under enough. She's in the space now. Both of them. Anything
They do
is under the microscope and is being questioned. It is weird. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is weird that she.
Congratulations, Will Smith.
She absolutely could have said congratulations to my husband, which we all know is Will Smith. Congratulations, Will Smith. Maybe
Are you married? Do you have a girl? Are you in a relationship?
I'm not married.
Okay.
I'm not married.
All right. Are you in a relationship? Well, how does the joke go? It was who's that guy who died of heroin overdose? Mitch Hedberg, right?
Mitch Hedberg, yeah.
He has a funny joke. What is it? He's
No,
like,
man.
I don't have a girlfriend, but I have a girl who'd be really upset if she heard that joke, right? Is
Yeah,
that-
that's it. Yeah. That's it. That's it, man. No, you know what, man, is I don't know that whole space is weird. Like when you're trying to, I don't know. I know comics. You know, they'll show up to rooms and shit with their girls all the time.
Ooh, and then
or
you
whatever.
slipped up, and you're like, oh, and,
Because sometimes your significant other understand like you're working, right? Like this is work. I can't come to your job and like watch you do what you do, like, and then they be wanting you to be attentive to them in your space, and you know it's like you get off stage and then you got to do the meet and greet, or you know you going around
finger the groupie in the back, or whatever.
you know you shaking hands, you know you're being personable, trying to get people. All right, I've been funny, now I need to like lock in. You remembering me? You know you're trying to build your base. So now I got. You okay? You all right? You okay? You all right? And some people are like, oh, well, that's not too much to add. I'm not coming to your goddamn job at the office in the cubby hole community. Like, just, I'm not doing it. Like, you know what I mean?
So
Like,
she's
I can't.
banned. She's banned from your shows.
No. You know, I've always just told people, like, since I'm doing it now, I've talked to and been in a relationship with or whatever, just like, you know, it's work.
I mentioned your name in the beginning, right? Now
It's work.
Okay, so look, I have a thing, right? When I would do, I have a girlfriend now. She's pregnant by my child, or by my seed. So, anyways, but before, right, I sometimes have girls want to come to a show. I would never invite girls to a show. Very rarely, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But
Like a personal invite.
Yeah.
Like you reach out to them individually.
Well, I would do both, right? Where you'd mass invite. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to get asses and seats.
Yeah,
So
you're trying to get asses and seats.
And then, but I would have shows where girls would want to come, and I was like, look, you can come, but I'm going to tell you what's going on. At least for me, this is like, I don't like using my process, but before I go up, me personally, right, I get a little bit weird, right? I kind of pace back and forth.
Yeah.
I pace. I'm weird. I'm like, I'm not that guy you met who was
Absolutely.
not a social butterfly, but you know, I'm not.
I'm performing. I'm the totally different individual.
Yeah. I mean, I tell her like, look, after the show, I'm gonna be normal. Before you can come, but I'm gonna be a little bit of a weirdo.
Yeah. Oh no. But like the day of a show, look, man, no, I'm letting you know right now, hey, I'm not the same dude that day. Really, the night before, like I'm fast, like I'm eating, you know, I'm drinking
kombucha.
clear,
What'd you call it? Kombucha? Right?
kombucha, whatever it's called. Like I'm drinking that, you know, I'm going to Jamba Juice. I'm getting smoothies, eating salads. Like I'm just cleansing. I'm getting the mind right. I'm in the show long before I arrive. So then it's like 2-3 hours out. Like I'm really not trying to. It's only like a certain group of people I'm trying to like have a conversation with, like before a show. I'm kind of like just like you. I'm weird. It starts earlier, and then when I get to the show, you know, you got to kick it with the comics in the back, woo. But then, like you said, like I got to process, like, you know.
I hate when there's not a green room, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
like 10, 15 minutes out. Like I got to go outside, you know, I'll smoke a square. I'm running it in my head. I felt the energy of the crowd. I'm reading the room. I'm trying to. All these things are happening. I'm not focused on you. I had somebody ask me one time, This is how they do it. This how a chick tries to set you up when you at a show. I'm like, oh, so you got a show this weekend? Oh, yeah, I got a show. Oh, well, would you like for me to be there? I'm like, yeah, like, you know, like you can come out, like, like it's not, like, yeah, feel free to come out. Like it's open to the public. It's not a private event. And then they go, no, but I just want to know, would you like for me to be there? Like, I want you to want me to be there. I'm like, it sounds so cold. I'm like, this is going to sound real cold. I don't give a shit if you're there or not. It's not about you. I'm not looking at you in the crowd. I'm not telling my jokes to you. Like, you know, like that. It sounds fucked up, but that's me. I'm like, I don't even see you in the crowd. Like, I'll see you, I may hear you, but I don't see you. I'm not your existence. You're no different than anybody else. You're not special that night. You're not special at all. You're not this lovable person that I want to hold hands with and have sex with later on to blow off steam. No, you're nothing. You are nothingness. It sounds so shitty, but that's my process. Like, you want to be something. You still want to be here. You want to have a hierarchy. You want to be over the moment. Nobody's above the moment.
It's a
when
show.
You're on stage. It's the moment. You're providing it. You know what I'm saying? You're one with the audience. All that is happening. I'm a big energy dude. Nobody's above the moment. I hate when people come in and try to take the moment over.
You know what's funny?
Make the moment about them. It's not about you, bitch.
Dude, it's it's
not about you.
When I'm producing the show, it's funny how, like, because I usually whenever I happen to produce a show, right, I direct message people a lot. You know what I mean? Like weeks before, like bam, bam, bam. I get blocked by Facebook.
Yeah.
Unblock, go back to messaging, texting, all that stuff. It's very direct. But it's funny because the first set of people that I met, like I go through my list, I message, I don't want them on there. But closer and closer you get to the show, it's funny how like my standards drop. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm messaging Hitler, but it's like basically like you start thinking, I was like, wait a minute, didn't I hear this guy did this and that, but he might go to the show.
Yeah.
And then, I got my girl, right? And there's certain girls I would message, I'm comfortable with. Certain girls I'm a little bit less comfortable messing with.
Yeah.
Like, well, we used to kind of...
You kind of mess around.
We messed around, but maybe it was a little more serious, blah, blah, blah.
And then when they see you, you don't want to have like a weird... You don't want your girl to see a hug that's just platonic. Hey, how you doing? But then, you ever notice that, too? Not getting off the subject.
They do it on purpose, dude.
Like when you've messed with somebody in the past, or if you see your girl
they're
hug
peeing
somebody
on you. They're peeing on you.
It's like, they putting their scent on you.
Yep.
And it's not, they haven't said anything, Tawdry. They haven't done anything, Tawdry. It could be, hey, how you doing? It could be the church hug, the shoulder hug, or just embrace. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Woo, woo, woo. And then 3 seconds, and then you move on to the next guest.
I don't even notice it. My girl notices it,
but it's the energy.
Yeah.
I've noticed it. Like with chicks I've dealt with before. Like I've seen them hug, and I was like, all right, she actually, this guy power drived her several times. Like, I know it. And it's like a weird, because do I bring it up? Do I not bring it up? So I know that's also happening at a show. Like I know this happening. I know it's happening at a show. Man, listen.
Waitresses.
Dude, I've been in shows with guys, and their girl will be there, and they got like another chick coming, and we'll all be in the back. This recently just happened.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And he's like, oh, man, so I invited the chick to the late show. We were doing the double bubbles, 8 to 10:30. He's like, so the new girl that I'm kind of like, we're getting kind of serious. She's coming. And then this other chick that kind of just like, I've been messing around with on and off for like forever long. Like she said she was coming. I've never had two of those energies in a room. And everybody's in the back. Because it was like comics there that was just there to like hang out and chill, just vibing out or whatever. And everybody all together. It was like the Avengers. We all just banded together like, we've got you, just point them out to us. We keep them separated. You know what I'm saying? And it was like they was coming up with game plan. It was like, hey, all right, look. So when you greet her, immediately you go over to the bar and then you greet somebody else. You greet the weirdest motherfucker in the room. And you keep it real formal. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. And then you got to do it to somebody. Like you got to do it to multiple people. Like if you greet a chick and it's a hug and it was
you got to hug everybody.
Now you got to hug
every motherfucker in that bar.
The 48-year-old woman and make her uncomfortable. You got to hug like another chick. and another chick and another chick. You got to like blend it out. You got to dilute the shit so there is no doubt. You don't want to have that uncomfortable feeling after you just killed. Now you got to ride home with this motherfucker. Now you're like, so who was that? Who was that in the poncho? I know you know who I'm talking about. What are you talking about? And then she pulls up on Instagram like, how did you find this on Instagram? No, man, but yeah, I don't. When I'm in show mode, I don't know. I'm weird. I'm in show mode. I get like real bad anxiety too.
Where'd you start? Like I remember when my first mic, my cousin and one of my best friends were there, but I told them like, look, ahead of time. Once it was a Three Dead Moose open mic. I think Rena and who went to New York? David Drake were hosting, and I was like, you got to go to a different room. I was like, you got to go to a different room. You can't be in there while I host. And then they got close to it, right? And they didn't believe me, and I was like, I was two spots away. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, we're gonna go, and I was like,
this is your first time?
Yeah, my first time doing an open mic, and I was like, I wasn't kidding. Like, you guys got to go to the other. Mm-hmm. They thought I was like, oh, you know, once I'm there, we're gonna have fun. Yeah, I was like, no, yeah. And they had to leave the other room. So that was oh no, wait a second. So that was the first time I went up on stage, but I don't know, the first time I tried to go up on stage, it was at Shuba's, but I don't know, it wasn't Bobby. What's the guy, the tall dude with the big schlong? What's his name?
Chris Condren.
Chris Condren was hosting.
My boy.
Yeah, Chris Condren was hosting, right? Was he in New York now?
How long ago was it?
Probably 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was hosting Shuba's, right? And yeah, it was before Bud's. And I remember I went into it and I had a little red label, right? And I usually don't drink, or Doers, like a red. And I drink black label. I drink black label.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Red label is like,
that's
I don't.
That's the end
I
of
just
the
want
world
drink.
shit.
Yeah.
Like when the apocalypse is coming and then you just get like a bottle like out of a drawer.
In South Beloit, right? And
yeah, and you know it's getting ready over. It's like your last drink.
Yeah.
That's that apocalyptic shit. Yeah.
But so I remember I went in my car and I drank a little bit, right, for like energy. And I don't drink shit before shows now.
Yeah,
anything, right? And I drank a little bit and I was like, fuck, here we go. And I drank a little bit more. I was like, a little bit more. And then I got there and I did this thing where like, you know what's going on, but subconsciously you kind of pretend you don't because you're scared. I was scared to go up. So I was like, where's the list? How does this work? I don't know. And I kind of started seeing it. I went to the list, but then I saw how long it was. It was like 33 people. I was like, fuck, right? And I was like, you know what? I'll sign up anyways. And I went and I signed up and I was sitting there and I had a PBR, like a tall one. Mm-hmm. And then I had another one. Now I'm pretty buzzed. And I was like, well,
it's a long night.
I ain't going to get on. Right. So then I leave and I'm kind of bummed out. So I Google a strip club and I go to the closest strip club. I'm driving to the strip club. And then I remember on the way up there, I look at the Google reviews and one of the reviews was like, oh, the guys are really hot. And I was like, fuck, I'm driving to a gay strip club. Like, not only did I was a coward. Didn't go up and perform. Now I'm driving a gay strip. I'm like, come on, dude. So I just went to the VIPs or whatever, the one by Weed Street. I don't know, is it even still there? It's over there by the Mikey O show places. Is it still there?
I don't know if it's still there.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
So I went there, right? And I got.
You know what? I think it is.
Yeah, right.
I think it is still there. Yep.
So I went. Everything else kind of shut down around there, but that's still around. So I went and I got a stripper, and then I started lying. Then I lied to the stripper, and I told her that I was a comedian. Like, I was doing things that I think I make fun of people on Facebook that they do now. But I was like, I lied to her and I said I was a comedian. And I was like, oh, actually, I do stand-up comedy. She's like, really? Like, I don't care. Just give my money. And then I was tipping. Then I was asking for a phone number. And she was like, oh, I can't do that policy. Then I went to McDonald's. I left the strip club. Oh, and I got in there with a coupon. I argued with the guy in the front.
Man, you was having a night.
I was like, I'm not. I had to sign up for their website to get a coupon to get, because that shit was like, there was a cover, dude. And then
oh my fucking god!
That's not the first strip club I went to with a coupon. Anyways,
my headphones fell off. For those that are not viewing this,
so
listen to it. My headphones fell off. That shit was funny, man.
I went in with their coupon. I had to sign up, and I went back to go back outside, do the thing on my phone. Yeah. Coupon, got signed up for their club coupon, and then I left, went to McDonald's, got a Big Mac fish fillet and nuggets, and then went home. But then next week or two, then I did a mic, and I didn't stop since then up until the pandemic. That was my first.
That was your first. You know, man, that's crazy. I always find it crazy how people can have that recall like that.
I used to go to strip. So where we met was Deep Performance Theater, right? In Gary, right?
Yeah.
After I went there, did a mic. I don't know if it's after
You went to one of them strip clubs up the street?
I went. I didn't go inside. I did the same motherfucker after the Deep Performance show, not the mic. I went to the show we had. I think it was like me, you, Danette. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
King,
me, you, Danette. That was a nice showcase.
King, whatever. I think all of the crew. And then I remember I left. And then there was a strip club. I Googled the closest one. I went there. I went to the parking lot, right? And I just thought about what I was doing. I was like, do I want to go here? Do I want to spend the money at the time? I was like, I'm in Indiana. I'm in a different state. And I was like, this could be, I like shady shit sometimes. So I was like, this could be shady.
Very
this
shady.
Could be
Very shady.
It was the closest one. It was like that. But I went to that McDonald's instead again.
Yeah, you went to the McDonald's.
Yeah,
right
got Mickey. Yeah, right there. Mickey D's, ate my fucking shit and went home. But part of me, man, because I didn't drink that much, you know what I mean? So I wasn't that buzzed. If I had a little bit of one or two more drinks, you know why I didn't drink? Because there was no fucking, everything had sugar at the theater.
Yeah,
I've noticed this. When I go
it's not now though.
No, okay.
Yeah, no, it's changed now.
Now there's like diet or regular clubs because there was no seltzer.
Yeah, it was no seltzer. Yeah,
everything was tonic with sugar. And I noticed this. I've been to different like black venues, black shows. There's no diet. There was never diet. When I went to Milwaukee, there was never any diet stuff.
Yeah, you know what, man? That's
Do black people not drink diet?
I'm not gonna say black people don't drink diet.
But all the bars I went to,
there's a lot
black shows, there was no diet.
You know what it is? I do find it always weird when I meet somebody black that drinks diet. Y'all can't see my face. I keep on forgetting doing the podcast. D looking at me, bro. No, I'm serious. Like
I was in Atlanta.
The shock that you have.
I was in Atlanta with my black cop friend, and I ordered a regular iced tea in front of him, and he was like, "Oh, you sweet tea?" I was like, "No, give me iced tea." The look he had on his face when I was like,
if you down south, you got to order the sweet tea."
Yeah, I got regular iced tea, like a Diet Coke, and I was like, he pulled me aside, he's like, "Diet? Why you drink that? Why do you drink that diet?"
Yeah,
like,
why are you drinking that diet?
Yeah.
I don't know. Diet is.
I don't drink it anymore.
You know what? Like it's
I
like
became addicted.
A lot of black people, they don't drink like the hard seltzer, like the White Claws and the
Trulies
and like the Bud Light seltzer water. Because I mean, everybody got a seltzer water now, you know. But that seltzer shit. But like we don't like like Perrier, like carbonated water, and we don't drink this shit. Like how people be like, let me get a gin and tonic. I grew up watching New York Undercover, so I always thought that shit was cool. I was like, man, this shit is like an adult Sprite. Gotta be. Fucking tonic, gin and tonic. And then I drank that shit. I was like, this shit is terrible. Like I would not mix anything with Sprite and hard alcohol alone. Like I need like a juice or something along with it. Maybe like you know what? That's why we got high diabetes, man. We like sugar. I'm coming to the realization right now, like we love sugar.
Because I was like this. I was like, you got. I was Daryl. I asked Daryl. I was like, I had a drink, and I was like, oh, I didn't drink booze because of that. I think.
Yeah.
And I ended up not going to that strip club because Daryl didn't have anything with no sugar. I was like, man, let me get a Diet Red Bull. No, let me just get a club soda.
I remember that because I think
they were looking.
You.
Yeah, we were like searching for something, and I ended up like not drinking or something. And I was like, whatever. I just won't drink.
He got that shit now too. He got it now. He got that shit in there now. He got tonic because people was asking for it.
But what about club soda?
Like club soda?
Oh, okay, plain club soda.
Yeah,
right? That's what I drink. You said Black Label.
Yeah,
that's all I drink is Black Label. Actually, I had Black Label yesterday. We were playing Tripoli. You guys ever play Tripoli?
Nah, what's that?
Can you pull up Tripoli if we get a chance? It's a game.
Tripoli.
Yeah, it's a
card game.
Like the country. Or the city?
No, you're thinking of Sam Tripoli.
It's like a board game. That's Armenia. Or a card game.
It's like a board card game.
It's like a real like you buy from the store.
So
or is
yeah,
it some
so
shit
there's a board. No, you buy it from the store. Tripoli card game. Yeah. There it is. That one right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we were playing Tripoli yesterday, right?
What is this?
It was my stepson from a retirement home. In the rec room.
Michigan rummy.
Okay, my girl's mom did bring it to the house.
See that?
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Am I wrong?
No.
I don't know. It kind of looks like. It's got chips.
It got chips. Listen, I love this
It's
game.
like poker.
So and it has poker at the end. The last round, there's a poker hand. So
Okay.
basically, you all put your chips in this triply board. This is a picture of the board. Go to the board. It spins too.
I've seen this before. I know what you're talking about.
So you all
okay.
pour your chips, right?
Yeah, I've
and
never
then
played it, but I've seen this.
all the chips go in there. So if you end up getting the ace, you get all the chips in the ace. If you get 8, 9, 10 of suit, you get all the chips. And then at the end, after that round, after you win that round, there's a poker round. And then if you want to get in it, you got to throw the triply pot, which is the poker round, and then you play a poker hand.
Okay.
And you keep doing this. So we were playing this. We were playing this yesterday. We were playing the one where you stick your head. No, you stick a card on your head.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody pulls up a card, puts it on their head.
Yeah.
And then you all bet on it. You bet like a
Right.
poker round, and then but they thought I was cheating because there was mirrors everywhere. There was like glass, the liquor case, and I won every single. And I bet perfectly like on every single round, and then I didn't cheat though.
I was gonna ask you because
I was cheating earlier, though.
It's a safe space right here.
No.
This is a safe space. This is a clean space. I'm not saying they don't listen to the show, but I feel like right now you are not.
I wasn't cheating,
Diaz.
but
like,
I was.
You could be the performer, and be like, I absolutely cheated, and
No.
like they can't judge you.
No. But earlier, I don't know if it's considered as cheating. My lady's son, my stepson, was dealing, and he was showing the cards, and I didn't say shit. I just looked at the cards and be like, all right, you know what I mean? Like I feel like if it's not cheating, I'm taking advantage. And she's
No,
like,
you're taking advantage of
a 10-year-old. Wait, am I cheating or am I taking advantage of a 10-year-old?
Man, he not 10
Like,
if
I'm-
he in the game. He a player.
Exactly, right? And she was like,
You
you
a
should have
player.
told him he's still learning. I was like, well, that's how you learn.
You're a player.
That's how you learn.
Once you get in the game, you're opposition.
You
You in the game?
You remember that?
I gotta treat you like you're an opponent, whether you're 10, 5, or 35.
It was,
I gotta
you
treat
seen,
you as
you
such.
seen the cable guy, right?
Yeah.
You remember that scene? You seen the cable guy, right, James?
Yeah.
Like,
I was telling this to my lady because she said something to me, right? And I was just like, look, I love you and all, but like we're playing right now, so no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in the zone. I'm trying to win these.
I'm trying to win
chips.
these games. I'm trying to win these chips.
So then the scene, they're there and they're next to each other. And he's like, oh, man, we're not going to play for real. And he's like, you are my sworn enemy. But I'm fucking butchering the line. I like that
But
movie.
yeah, nah, man, I feel you. I don't play board games. Though.
It was a card game.
It's still, I don't, you know what?
I don't like spades, but I like cards.
I was playing, this is a true story. I was playing Uno a couple weeks ago
I got
with like
some comments on Uno.
a friend and his family or whatever. We was just over there kicking it and shit.
You guys drinking or sober Uno?
No, we used to drink.
Okay.
We was doing everything. I'll leave it right there. We was doing it. Well, we were doing everything they wanted to play. I was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, before I get out here, I'll
Been
play
so
a hand.
long. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
I got another thing.
And then the new Uno, you can write. There's a blank card. All right, so you got the reverse skip, you got draw 2, draw 4, whatever, the wild. And now it's a new card that's blank. And they give you it's like a little erasable card. And you could just write a rule on there. Like it could be a card where it says, you now have all the cards of the deck, or half the cards of the deck, or pick up all the cards of the deck.
Now you can write any rule within reason?
Because, the thing about Uno was everybody started playing with house rules. Like, it's like a thing. Like, if you Google Uno, right, and house rules, it's like this whole, message board and all this shit of different ways to play, right? Like, some people play Uno stacks, where it's like, okay, if I've got 2 blue 6s, I could put 2 blue 6s down on top of each other. And some people like, no, you can only play 1 card at a time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you get hit with, like, I can put down the draw 4, and then if you got 1, you could put down 1, and if he doesn't have 1, then he's got to draw 8. It's like everybody's got, like, their own little rules or whatever in Uno. It's a very disrespectful game. Every time I play Uno, tempers flare.
There's
after a
the
couple
meme.
rounds.
There's a Uno meme, right? Like your
Yeah.
your level of self-respect or something. I don't know if you find the meme when you play Uno.
Yeah.
And then I didn't play Uno growing up, right?
You didn't?
And then, no, so these games, like my girlfriend, they all played Uno, and so I was like, did you not? Like, I didn't play Uno. I never saw Christmas Story. I didn't see the Mighty Ducks, right? But besides,
You've seen it now, though, right?
I refuse to watch them. Because I feel like if I see him in the Goonies, if I feel like I see him, I'm not gonna like him because I'm older and I don't have the nostalgia.
Oh, you don't think
and
it's
I don't
gonna
wanna,
hold up?
And I'm gonna be that dude where people's like, "What, you don't like it?"
You're watching it for the first time as an adult, as an adult would have been in the early 90s.
And I'm not gonna like it.
Up.
And then people who've seen it, who have this nostalgia feel, are gonna hate me because of it.
I got you.
So I refuse to watch him because of that. Because I have a feeling like
it holds up.
You know what I mean?
It holds up. I haven't seen
which one?
All up.
Christmas Story, Goonies, Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, they all hold up.
Me the rest of it.
Yeah, they're great.
They all hold up. Even that shitty last one when they was in prep school.
What, the Mighty Ducks one?
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks 4. That shitty one. No, 3.
I don't think I saw that.
I think it was 3. Because it was the first one, and then in the second one they was in the Junior Olympics, and then because they played the Iceland team. Oh yeah, and it was 3. And then the third one they was like in prep school and shit. And they had a new coach, and Emilio Estevez just made like a guest appearance.
Oh, dude! Like I was talking about it.
They on the Disney Plus thing, man. Sit down, man. How old is your?
It's 10.
Oh yeah, you got to just sit down one day, man, and just pop some Orville Redenbacher.
Because he's never seen Simpsons, and I put some Simpsons on. He was like,
just sit there.
He saw Itchy and Scratchy. He's like, this is so violent. He loved it. I didn't realize how violent that shit was.
No, so look, I'm playing Uno, right? They didn't. It seemed like a normal standard Uno session. This dude's aunt is playing with us, and all of a sudden, his aunt, his aunt, and he slaps down a card, and the card said canceled on that motherfucker. I was like, so she was confused. So she was like, okay, what do I do? He was like, put your cards down, you're done. And she's like, what? He's like, you're fucking canceled, you're done. I was like, yo, are you serious? Y'all introduced a social construct to the game of Uno? You canceled your aunt? What? I couldn't believe it. And I'm high. So I really can't. And they all looking at me like, yeah, that's how we play. It's a few more of these in here. Watch yourself. It's like, damn,
Did
bro.
they put that in there? The blank one?
Yeah, they wrote it in. Canceled. I said, yo.
The savages.
This is high stakes Uno.
I don't know.
I don't play that shit. I don't play games no more.
See, I realized that I didn't play.
Hey, you playing at a different level. You know what I mean? Like, you playing at a different level. Like, I don't like Monopoly either.
I didn't play. I never realized.
Y'all played Monopoly as kids?
As an older person, no. I played it with people outside of my family. All I played in my house was poker games.
As a kid?
Because my dad would teach me. Okay, so I had a joke about winning my first car at my dad in a poker game, which is true. Him and his friends were in the basement for 2 days, played poker. He came up. He won a Mitsubishi Eclipse. He gave it to me. Crashed it like a month later. But anyways, like.
Damn.
And it didn't make sense to me, but he would he taught me poker because he would, he'd be at the house, he'd play these games. And then I didn't realize my dad was cheating because I'd just watch him and he's like, he's just sitting there. I'm in the living room and this is normal to me. He's just there with a heat gun, the plastic. So he'd open up the plastic, go mark, and he's sitting there with a needle. He's doing stuff. I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's marking cards. And, you know what I mean? And then I was like, I didn't see it as a kid. I was like, why is he poking that card in the back with a needle?
What do you do? What do you mark cards?
You just put little marks on it so you know what the card is. So he marks cards in certain ways so you know maybe where the king is or whatever. So you put a little mark on it that somebody else who hasn't seen it isn't gonna, unless you point it out, they're not gonna notice it. So he knows what the cards are. Yeah, card marking. So he would mark it and then he'd take off, put the plastic back on, and then put a heat gun so it looks like it's a new pack, but it's not. It's a marked pack.
Man,
didn't realize he was doing this. You know what I mean? So they were.
Well, you got a serious education.
Yeah. Well, I did. So I realized I didn't know any. I didn't play Uno. I only played. All I knew was poker and a few things. That's my dad. Basically, what my dad.
But that's a good game to learn, though.
Yeah. So I knew poker. That's it.
But that's a game of a life. It's like chess. Like I feel like if you've only played chess or you grew up only playing poker, it's like I don't play those other games. Yeah. Like you're. That's a thinking man's game.
That was it.
You're reading people. You're thinking. It's so much more happening that extends off off of those matches into regular life. You're viewing life the same way now.
And that's
like, yeah.
That's what I explained to my stepson. He was like, "You're cheating." I was like, "No. This is years of experience.
Yeah.
Like understanding betting under what people are doing and things like that." Because I didn't play Uno. I didn't play these games.
You didn't play none of this bullshit.
All I knew was poker and gambling and all that stuff. So that's why it came so easy when we did this stuff. Like, okay. But the other games like Tripoli, I don't know. I don't think I'm stupid, but it takes me a while to pick up things. My girlfriend says like I can pick one thing up at a time, and then the other one I have a really bad short-term memory. So
I got you.
I don't know. I think some people say I have ADHD, but like I don't know. Like this game took me a while to figure out. Like there's all these little fucking rules to it that it takes me a while to figure out. I can't. I'm slow. I'm kind of slow.
I don't know. I guess I'm similar to the same way. Like I never liked playing Monopoly. But I did realize, like,
Monopoly's fun though.
People that play Monopoly as kids, like, they're doing pretty okay in life. They're doing better than me
because they learned the real game.
Because it's a game.
What's the difference between the U.S. dollar and Monopoly money? Mr. Bitcoin, right? Exactly.
No,
it's trash.
Hey,
listen, man.
Don't talk shit about Bitcoin.
No, I'm not. I'm backing Bitcoin because the U.S. dollar.
Oh,
that's why Bitcoin.
I got you.
You know, like that real estate shit.
You're
That
right.
shit was real, man. I was playing Monopoly. Like I had somebody recently tell me, I was having a conversation. I don't know, not going dark, but it was like I suffer from like anxiety and depression and shit, just like a gang of other artists. Anyway, they were like, sometimes talking to you, you got to listen to not what you're saying as opposed to what you're saying and like to understand you. And immediately, I wasn't really, like, I paid attention to the rest of the conversation, but I was just stuck right there. I was like, what? And then I was like, excuse me, could you say what you said like 5 minutes ago? And she was like, so when somebody's listening to you talk, it's not, you got to pay attention to what you're saying, but to really understand you, it's what you're not saying. And I was like, damn, that shit is deep. And then I started thinking about it, and I went all the way back to fucking Monopoly at like 12 years old. I was playing Monopoly with my friend Tyler and Benjamin. Shout out to Tyler and Benjamin. I don't even know where those guys at. I was playing Monopoly with them one time.
Where was this at? I forgot. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Northwest Indiana.
Okay.
Out there in Maryville. And we playing Monopoly and shit. And again, house rules. Motherfucker lands on Park Place. I'm like, all right, cool. You owe me some money. Like, that's the rules, the basic rules. Like, you landed the time to pay the piper. And he was like, no. Actually, Koffe, I would like to invoke my eminent domain rights. I was like, eminent domain rights? And I looked at Benjamin, of course, which was a Jew, so he was naturally the banker. And he was like, yeah. I was like, what? I was like, I don't understand the verbiage. They were like, just play the game, Koffe. You'll pick it up as we go along. I'm like, okay. Like, I heard gentrification at 12. Like, I heard that word at 12. That motherfucker landed on Boardwalk and was like, I was like, all right, pay it up. And I don't want to hear anything about that eminent domain shit. And then he was like, actually, gentrification. We both are on this bitch right now. And the taxes have went up. And then I was like, well, I only have like $300. And they were like, oh, well, sorry, you got to get off of it because you can't afford it anymore. I was like, damn, bro, like, the fuck is going on?
Oh, shit.
I don't play, I'm sensitive to board games now, man. That's critical race theory for me right there. I learned that race was very critical and it wasn't a theory, that shit was fact. All right, that was a bit, y'all. I had to run a bit.
No bets. No bets in the studio.
But y'all loved it though. Y'all thought that shit was true and funny. Although I do not like, similar to you though, on some real shit. Like, I feel you on that. Like, certain games that are very detailed and it's all these different options. If this happens, like, it's too much. And like, I feel like I get anxiety because I'm feeling being bombarded. Like, I'm getting hit with a whole lot, and somebody says, well, sit back and watch. Like, one night I was in the city and they were playing some game. It was like a board game, but they were gambling with it. And it's 3-2-1 or 7-2-5. It's something with dice And similar to this,
Oh,
it's
the
like
dice one,
and
right?
chips, and you throw dice.
Yeah.
And
I think we have that at the house.
It's
Debbie
some,
at work told me about it today.
It's some weird. It's so much happening on the game, and they're like, "You get it now." And it's like after an hour. I mean, they're addicted. They've been playing this shit for like 2-3 hours, drinking.
This is the one I just heard about this game,
and I'm like, I don't like. I was just ready to go. Like, I get to the point sometimes I just want to bail. I was like, all right, I gotta get the fuck out of it. If I don't understand what's happening for too long, I just need to leave. I swear, I'll just get up and leave. All right, I don't understand anything happening in this room right now, and it's frustrating me because I'm trying to figure this shit out. And yeah, no, I gotta go, and I'll just bail out. I'll leave shit without even saying bye sometimes to people. That's like
what is
my
it,
new
Irish
thing.
goodbye, right?
Is that what it's
Irish
called?
goodbye, right? You're at a party and you just disappear and don't say bye to anybody. I think that's Irish goodbye.
I did that. I felt bad because I did it at a at a gender reveal. It was a gender reveal / 4th of July party.
Mm-hmm. Was it a boy or a girl?
It was a boy. I found out like 2 days later.
Why'd you leave?
I just wanted to leave. Like, I was there and it was uncomfortable. Like, I really didn't know anybody there, but like my boy and his girl, his kids, it was all these different people there. But it was also like a weird energy.
Was there booze?
Oh yeah, it was liquor.
Did you get booze in you? It didn't calm your nerves at all? I guess I always get that at first, but then I'll have 1 or 2 drinks.
I feel like people say that booze doesn't have that effect on me where it like calms me down. I'll get antsy, like, you know, when I'm sober. I'll be antsy and shit, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. I'll feel like, okay, I need booze. Like on the way here, I was like, oh man, I stopped by a liquor store, get like a little pony, a little half pint or something or whatever, just to like sip and chill, you know, and be relaxed. But I can still have anxiety or still be like unrest, like before shows, like I don't drink before shows now, like at all. I used to drink like 2-3 dirty martinis. I'm a blue cheese olive guy. Anybody else in here love blue cheese
I
olives?
like blue cheese.
Okay.
What?
I mean, look.
I like blue cheese and candy corn.
I'm not.
Whoa!
I'm not reaching
Not
for it.
together.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You love candy corn and it pisses
I
me
like
off.
it. I don't
thank
fucking
you.
love it.
Thank
like
you
it.
for backing me up.
Pisses
Let's
me
back
the
up.
I don't-
fuck off.
This is the
What
thing,
are you
man.
talking about?
Dude, he posted a picture of like a jar in his house the other day, and I wanted to
Of
fucking
candy corn?
call it.
Jessica's mom gave it to me. She got it at the pantry.
Hold on.
So you felt obligated for the candy corn.
I like because she knew I like candy.
You weren't
corn.
a kid liking candy corn.
I've always liked candy corn,
You're
and it,
fucking crazy.
I have a. There it is. Look, there's my candy corn.
Look at this.
Oh, he
Isn't
got
that fucking
receipts.
gross.
I had to throw it out. Just me and girl got in a fight about it. I threw it out more because of my weight gain because I keep eating it and sugar.
Also, candy corn doesn't look like corn, so
There's the candy pumpkins. I like those. This is the thing. This is my
candy
theory.
pumpkins.
Yeah, they're like candy corn, but they look like pumpkins. The same color scheme. But
Spawning.
look, me and I think Allegra, and that's it. Like 2 people like it.
It is an aesthetically pleasing picture, though. Like, I love like the knife set in the background and the Mr. Coffee. Like,
Iced coffee maker, pretty convenient.
And you got some good countertop work there, like that backsplash.
Somebody died there.
Oh shit! You got dark.
I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. The person before there died at the house that we live at now.
Ugh.
Maybe trying to sleep or something like that. Some old white dude.
Oh, okay. So it's not like
It's not like
they
you
wasn't
got
like murdered or something.
You know what I mean? Like or killed.
Like you'll see your candy corn like floating in the middle of the night.
Going in my mouth. But look, this is my theory about candy corn. I feel people have it in their head that it's disgusting or have a bad memory with it, but most people, because I've had it, it's sugar and it's not that bad. I feel like I understand. Like, was it licorice? Is licorice good? Do you like licorice? Do you like black licorice?
Like regular black licorice?
Is black licorice good or red licorice good?
You're talking about like a Twizzler. Isn't a Twizzler basically licorice?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. So like, I'm not a Twizzler guy. Not a Twizzler guy. I'm pretty sure I'm not a black licorice guy. I'm sure I've had that in the early 90s. I'm not a big candy guy anymore, but that's because, I drink and shit. I heard somebody tell me that one time. If you're an alcoholic, that
I don't have a sweet tooth, really.
You don't have a sweet tooth. You like to drink.
Oh,
it's a craving.
I like salts and stuff like that, like chips.
Yeah, but that's sugar. Sugar is. I'm sure somebody that's hearing this, they'll be in the comments or whatever talking shit. that could break it down unless we could look it up right now. But there is something with sugar and alcohol. Most people that are alcoholics, not like social drinkers. I'm talking about people that like to drink, that crave alcohol. They also do not crave sugar. They're not a big sweet eater. You might see them eat a sweet, but you know, like some people, like they gotta have sweets like every day. Like you go to their crib and they just got like a pack of Ho-Hos or like, you know, like some Star Crunches, or they got
Who's
like
that guy who smoked crack?
Sour Punch, or like the Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Like they're always eating sweets, or they love cakes and pies.
He would eat like, I don't know how much sugar a day. He was with one of the Kardashians, Lamar Odom, right?
Oh,
Didn't
Lamar
he have
Odom.
like a...
Oh man, his cupboard was crazy. He had a cupboard like half filled with Nestle Crunches and Snickers and all. I remember that episode.
Have a sweet tooth, beware alcohol. People with sweet tooth are more than twice as likely to have a genetic birth to develop an alcoholism. Pull up Lamar Odom candy fucking habits.
Yeah, dude. You know, if you got that craving for alcohol, you don't have a sweet tooth.
There's Lamar. How much candy did he fucking eat, dude? I swear.
Dude, that motherfucker. It was in his locker room too. He had it in the locker room.
Oh,
What was that? Yeah, the sweet fish and all that. Yeah.
The sweetest, the constant courtside candy for Lamar. I know he was like, I forgot how much he was back in the day.
It was an episode where she had did like a photo shoot and they dumped like candy all over. She was like naked. Chloe was naked with candy all over and shit. She did like some.
Chloe isn't too bothered by a sweet tooth, just the cheating and crack smoking.
Damn. That's crazy.
Did they ever get back together?
They had a.
Do they have a child? No.
That's the other one.
No,
right?
that's Tristan.
Yeah, that's Chloe.
Yeah, it's just stuff. Yeah.
Oh, she has a what? Hey, did you? Somebody posted this. Kim Kardashian's dating Pete Davidson.
Pete
right?
Davidson. Yeah.
There's a picture of Travis Barker with the other Kardashian and Machine Gun Kelly with what is it? The Megan Fox.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Kim saw this. She's like, I had to get me one of those too, or something like that. It was a funny meme. And I was like, I didn't think about it, right? I didn't think about it.
Yeah. She's had a tough. They had a tough go at it with brothers.
Oh, that's it, right? That's it. They all went white.
They all went white. No, the little sister's dating Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
She'll learn her lesson.
They're still together?
She already has.
She has
Fucking
it?
Astro World.
Oh yeah, she learned her lesson. Like, man, I just became a billionaire and I got this black dick. Now all of a sudden, all this bad shit happened. That's irresponsible.
Oh,
Bad shit doesn't happen when you date black men. I do know. I do know. Like, it was funny. This chick was telling me this story about one of her coworkers. She had started dating a black dude or whatever, and like she had left her husband. He was like Lithuanian or whatever the fuck he was. And she fell in love with this black dude, started kicking or whatever, and all this other shit. And then she came to work and she was just like crying and like doing all these sob stories or whatever about the shit she was dealing with him with. And like all these black women are in there looking at her like, bitch, like, shut the fuck up. Like, look, this is what it is that we deal with on a daily. Like, if you crying over this, like, you don't even understand. Like, it's, you need to tighten up or just get out the game. Like, this is what it is to date one of them. This shit is, you in the trenches now. You got to tighten up them tears. I never forget. I thought that was just the funniest shit in the world to me that she said it. And I was like, man, this, you really, y'all view dating us. And she's black. She was like, y'all the motherfucker to deal with, man. I was like, I think all men are, though. I was like, have you dated other races? To be able to really say that? Like, have you dated an Asian dude? Dated a Mexican dude? Dated a Puerto Rican dude?
Puerto Ricans. Come on. That's Puerto Ricans. My sister dated T-Bone, lost the car to this Puerto Rican. The Puerto Rican story, some girls that dated Puerto Ricans. I mean, I'm sure there's
There's got to be some good ones.
I'm sure Vince is one of the good ones, and that's it. But look,
There's got to be some
Acevedo,
good ones.
that's it. But Vince Acevedo.
There's got to be some good ones. I think all guys are shitty though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think being shitty is. I think it's
I always look. So I tell my sister, I was like, I
I
always
think
tell
being
my
shitty
sister,
is gender neutral.
I tell my sister to date a white dude, right? If she wants to, what is it? It's more vanilla, right? Look, her last boyfriend was, she dates the same type of Mexican dudes, right? So she was recently, I was like, I saw on her Facebook in a relationship, and I called her. I was like, just talking to her. I was like, you in a relationship? Is that real? Or are you just joking? I was like, no. I was like, who? And I was like, this guy, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, she was like, he is in jail right now.
What?
And I was like, and one of her ex-friends, she talked shit about all the time, who put a restraining order on her. No, that my sister put a restraining order on her, but then she put a restraining order on my sister. Her man was in jail. Like, and I was like, you were talking shit about her, dating a dude in jail, but now this guy's in jail.
Yeah.
But I guess he recently got locked up, so she didn't meet him in jail.
I was
at
gonna
least.
say that's great.
So then I was like, okay, I guess it's, but they're not together anymore.
I would like to think not.
Yeah. So
You didn't tell that story like he was getting like it was like in the drunk tank. And she was like, in a relationship, oh well he's in jail. Well he gets out tomorrow.
but it's always the same thing. Like, why is he in jail? Like, no, it's because he was on probation and this and that.
Violated.
But it's like, why for probation? But it's like, why were you in probation? And it's like, just So
I don't know. You believe in that shit?
What?
Like, you're in a relationship now, like on social media, like I never really understood why what's his name from Facebook or Meta or whatever the fuck they call it now.
Mr. Sepulcher.
What's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
The raised barbecue guy or whatever.
Yeah. Like why everybody got so enamored with it. Are you in a relationship and like putting that out there to the world?
You see, I used to leave my stuff blank, right? But
You ever felt pressured to?
yeah, back in the day, I did it. Now, there's the thing though. I was sneaky back then. You know what I mean? Like it was a mix of me being private.
Well, I was gonna say, was it sneaky or were you just private?
It was a little bit of both. I'm not gonna lie. So I was sneaky and private. You know, I like private, but I was kind of like, she was like, hey, how come our pictures never together? And I was like, nah, it's because I'm just a private person, blah blah.
Yeah.
But cutting the bullshit, not really. You know what I mean? I was on shady shit.
But did you like putting a picture up? You can always put a picture up. And you can always put a picture up and then leave like no caption. Just like bam. And then it's that relationship button for me. It's all them buttons like how old, when your birthday was. I just feel like it's too they provided a platform where now they want an access of information. It's like you're pressuring people socially to give out the information. You don't have to do it, but you see a lot of people succumb to it, and then like people feel like social media now is like a part of them. Like it's like literally like a limb.
The metaverse.
It's like a limb. It's attached. You get on my pages like they treat it like a child. And it's just like, dude, come on, man. Like, I don't feel pressure. Like, I'm very rebellious. So I don't feel pressure. Like, I'm not clicking on shit. Like, I'm not clicking that button. I knew a dude who used to put in a relationship, and everybody would be like, "Oh, that's amazing! Finally."
Those
It's
are
like
the
with
best.
myself,
Oh,
and that's how he would leave it all the time. And he met with somebody, and then they ended up getting married. And she was like, "Well, if you're going to change your status, that's what it's called, status." Yeah, it's like, "Are you going to change your status?" He's like, "Why?" She was like, "Well, you're
Married to me.
You're married to me." That's exactly how she. That's exactly how she said it.
that makes sense.
That's
though, to me.
exactly how she said it. Well, you're married to me, not just married. You're married to me, and he's like, the shittiest thing you can say is like, okay, like, but that's.
What does it got to do with me?
Like what? Like if we're out together, like clearly they're gonna see a ring on my finger, and they're gonna see us holding hands or see you with me. They're gonna know, like people know that, like I don't feel like I need to And that shit became a thing. Like, it was like a huge.
Of course.
No, like, she was pissed. Like, this motherfucker
like
was
the new
sleeping on the
prenup.
couch. And it was like weeks and months. Like, it became like an
Mexican
ultimatum.
standoff, yeah.
Like, you're not being open with the world to me. You're trying to hide me. It's like, well, I'm a part of your life, and if Facebook is a part of your life, then I'm a part of your life, and then so you need to like make a decision or just take your social media down. I was like, damn. And then he was married on Facebook. They had too much to lose. Like, that's how the story ends. He had too much to lose, and he did it. They still together, and they're loving and shit, but he does not post often anymore. And then that was the next thing. She was like, how come you don't post as much anymore? When we were together, when you were single, you posted a whole lot more.
I don't post a lot, right? Unless it's show whatever stuff, and then
I've
my
seen
girl
you post,
in the beginning,
like you've posted like dates with your girl. I've seen.
I have, but like in the beginning, I really didn't because like I try not to be on my phone. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't post. Mm-hmm. But we got into like a fight. She's like, "How come you're not posting me?" or something like that.
You guys take a lot of pictures together.
She takes them. She takes pictures. I don't pull out my phone. I don't take pictures. And like she was getting beginning. She's like, "Why?" It was in my list. Like, take more pictures of me. Like, you don't take pictures of me. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Because I don't like being.
I feel
on
like
my
that's
phone.
more romantic.
Yeah.
What?
You keeping your phone in your pocket because you're like enjoying the moment.
I don't like pulling my phone out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like a good sign, I think.
But I genuinely like don't pull out my phone too much because I want to be in the moment. But back in the day, in previous relationships, my phone was in my pocket because I was on shady shit. You know what I mean? Always turn the other
phone
way.
Be on the table like this.
Oh yeah, other
like
side
that
all day, and
like
then
all day. And then you do this mid-date, like after you put that scallop down. Like, man, those scallops are the capers with the scallops were incredible. And you do a little glance, and then you. I got a buddy that does that though. When he got married, like, he just changed everything. Like this, he puts his phone on do not disturb as opposed to airplane mode. Because with do not disturb, the phone would just ring once to the person on the other line, but he still gets the calls.
The missed call.
He'll know in the end of the night, or he goes to the bathroom or whatever. Oh, such and such call. I got these messages, whatever, cool. But there, it's never popping up. He's never getting any messages come up. And he's not a sneaky dude. Like, he's being lit. And he's like, it's been times, because I'll be trying to call him like, oh, man, I got this show, or I got business. I need some. We had projects we were working on together. And he's like, oh, yeah, man, when we go out, we'll leave our phone in the car. Like when we're going to the venue, to a show, or to dinner, or sometimes we just let our phone at home and we're just dependent upon each other. And I was like, whoa, that's like, cool. It's very cool, but also, like right then and there, like my anxiety peaked just telling the story. Dude, like I have a heavy weight on my chest.
I had to reset we're addicted to these things. I had to reset my phone for like an update install, and I went to the warehouse at work, and usually I pull out the screen's black because it's reloading, so it's that I had that twitch where I was like, oh, so I check my phone, and I was like, oh, I can't. So I feel it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when I went to go see David Tell in Madison, we had to put our phones in that whatever bag.
Yonder.
The Yonder bag, right? And at that first 5-10 minutes, man, I had that itch. Like it was.
You had that
and
itch.
It was great. It was a great show. We all enjoyed the show. It was awesome. It was awesome energy. But I remember the first 10 minutes, I was just like, fuck, dude. Like,
yeah. That's how it was when I saw Trevor Noah this weekend.
The Yonder bag.
He didn't have a Yonder bag. We walk in, this motherfucker get down on the floor, and like coming down the steps, it's like, dude, you just see people like with their phones out. He's on stage, and they're looking at him on stage through the phone. I remember like early like, you know, years ago when Chappelle would talk about that shit, like, oh, I don't allow phones because you're not living in the moment. You're looking at the moment through the phone. And I think it was some photographer. He had took pictures of people out in public, and then on the computer, he like somehow he eliminated the phones out their hand, and then like put like a black and white filter on it, and he made like this book of like all these different dope pictures, but of people just looking at their phone, but you don't see the phone in their hand. It's just been erased. And it's all these different like places where like they're at the park and they're having a picnic, and instead of like enjoying each other and conversating.
Can you look at a black and white phone thing?
Right
Dog, it's like some of the that shit was it was dope. It was a dope art piece, but then you get conscious and you go around and you look like you go to dinner and everybody's on their phone. Everybody's on their phone all the time. You go to Carnival off Lake Street, all the chicks, they drinking sangria, they got their phones. Bow, 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 phone, all the time. It's just like, damn. Like, could you do it? Like, anytime I see that post where the meme is like, could you spend 2 months or 3 months in this cabin, but you have no internet access, you have no phone, you have no TV for 3 months, and we'll give you $10 million. Could you do it? And you go to the comment section, and all you see is a gang of no. And they're not young. This is not like 12-year-olds. These like grown adults. They're all right. No. I'm just like, man, hell yeah.
Dude, that's what I like flying.
This the deal I've been waiting on.
When I would go fly, and then when I go fly and I'd be in the air and I never pay for the internet, that was the only, I felt like I'm left alone. I'm not as busy as I was back then, you know what I mean? But I remember like then I was a lot busier and I had more going on. I was like, oh, fuck. And it felt that I was like, those few hours on the flight, I was relaxing. Nobody can get a hold of me. And there was to say, it was like, I liked it. It was very relaxing. You're in the moment. You got any plugs? We're shutting down a little bit.
When you ain't got reception, you want to see somebody really get mad?
Well,
just take away their reception. Like, I wish I had like a little like a hacker
yeah,
button. Just to like
they're in your car,
man. Like,
and they don't even know it.
So enraged when I don't have reception. I don't have any fucking reception. Like, I lose my shit. Like, my shoulders get tight. I start swimming like, oh my God, I don't have reception. What if somebody's calling me? And the hours pass, and the 2 hours pass, and the 3. Like, when you on an airplane, that's the first thing you notice. Soon as you hit the board, everybody's in the. Everybody's in their phone. You're not getting up, bro. You're not getting. Like, I can understand if you're like, hey, we just landed. Like, you're looking for your ride. Nobody's doing that. I was looking at one dude next to me. It was just like a big old chocolate butt cheek, like next to me on his phone. I was flying down to Tampa a couple years ago, and I just looked. I was like, "Oh shit, my bad. That must be his girl." And I was like, "Oh, he on Instagram." And then I started following that same chick. I was like, "Oh shit, let me follow her. That's a nice booty."
Speaking of Instagram, what's your Instagram? You ain't got any plugs? Let's pull up your social media. What do you got?
My social media.
Or what do you want to plug?
Trash. What do I want?
You want to plug anything?
What do I want to plug? Do I want to plug anything? So it's a project we did last year in COVID. Try to shoot a special. It's called Conditioned, but we still like doing like the post production on it now. It's coming. We shot it in Phoenix and in Vegas, and to be quite honest, not all specials are special. I think that's going to be the subtitle. It's more like a documentary now of the journey of attempting to try to get that off independently and being a comic and thinking you could put that shit together. Like, it was a lot. It was a dope experience though. I'm actually trying to like rebrand myself. So my social media is trash. I'm just bad at social media. Like, when I originally joined Facebook, I wasn't joining Facebook for fun. I was joining Facebook because I kept on getting word that people were talking shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put myself on this same platform. Now you're going to have to talk shit while I'm here. Let's see you do it. And then it just became, like, annoying. I like my follower, like, let's see, I got 1,000 followers. I'm pretty sure a lot of those are, like, bots.
Those fucking Asians.
And like those people that like try to get you to like with cryptocurrency, but it's like a hot chick, it's like a sexy chick, and then she ain't got no post, and no followers, but she's following all these people, and she just got like 3 sexy pictures.
And at the end, you see like a little the little stock market.
And
thing
then I get like a message that feels like it's been dedicated to me, but I know it's general message. Hey, you, are you ready to get your finances up? And I'll be like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, they be like, you need to give me $600. And I could flip it. I'll be like, oh, bitch.
Block you, dude. I go to your house and shit in your face.
But yeah, I follow like a lot of like, I'm a big griller. I follow like a lot of food pages, like smoking meats and shit like that, and guns and big booties and cars and
comedy, big booties,
and comedy,
affairs, basically.
Like, yeah, and I be having to tell like, you know, chicks that I talk to, like, hey, look, you know, you get on my IG, hey, listen, if you sit next to me, don't get jealous. I don't know these women. I don't need to know these women at all.
I don't know most of them.
I'm trying to rebrand though. I'm rebrand the whole thing.
Rebrand it.
Get the business page. I might shut it down. I see people always do that shit too. They'd be like, "Oh man, I got hacked. I got to start over."
James, you got plugs?
Follow at Zanies Chicago and at Zanies Rosemont on Instagram. We're loading that bitch up with content. Lots and lots of content coming to Zanies. So please follow that. We are on TikTok. So please fucking follow us on TikTok. But yeah, at Zanies Chicago, at Zanies Rosemont, Instagram and TikTok.
Follow Lobo Den Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Lobo Den Podcast. Twitter,
That's
I kind of
right, baby.
post somewhat, not really. And then I just use that for news, Facebook, YouTube. Please subscribe, tell a friend, give me 1,000 subscribers. I passed 300, so we're getting there. Patreon. Hey, I got somebody in Idaho who's been listening to a lot of episodes. So shout out to the Idaho listeners. Been listening to a lot of episodes last week. So DM me if you want a stick or something like that. I'll hook you up. I just got him back in. And what is it? Oh yeah, rest in peace. This usually I don't really care about celebrity deaths too much, but this one kind of got to me. So rest in peace to Young Dolph. Really fucked up with
Dolph,
I was gonna talk about it more, but maybe I'll do a solo thing. But yeah, it's a fucked up situation, man. Like,
man, that shit was
Dolph, dude. It was fucking Dolph, dude.
That shit was fucked
He
up.
had a family, a fucking wife,
That's
kids,
fucked up,
and it's
man.
going back home, fucking to give for the turkey giveaway, supporting a local business. God, fucking shut it up. So I forgot what my friend said. He said people want you to do good, but not better than them, or something like that.
Yo,
So,
yeah, especially in your hometown.
in your hometown. So
how it happens.
if you get successful, move out of your hometown, help from away, so you can help. You can actually help that way. Don't
Coming
move back.
to the north side. Y'all
Yeah.
ain't gunning people down over here.
Or for, you know what? And for the rest of you, and listen.
I just got shot.
And also, take some training. Get a concealed carry permit. Get some pepper spray. Get some. Protect yourself. The cops are only there to pick you up after you're dead. So please, if nobody, comics or whatever, never shot, if you want, maybe we can go shooting together, introduce you, because in certain
that'd be dope.
Yeah, like, see, people don't know. Like, you don't grow up around it. It's scary. It's not scary.
Yeah.
I'll hook you up.
Guns
We'll go
are
shoot
cool
some.
and fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are.
And then and women with autistic kids are usually hot. Okay, love it.
They are.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den.